Welcome back to our channel, Living in Sioux Falls. Today we are going to answer the top 10 home buying frequently asked questions. So if you're in the market to buying a home or even thinking about buying a home, you're going to want to watch this video because we are going to tackle the biggest questions you probably have. Now, if you haven't been to our channel before, this is where we talk about all things living in Sioux Falls. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and like this video if it's helpful to you at all. So question number one is, am I ready to buy a home? And obviously this can vary from person to person because it is a very personal decision. And you're gonna wanna look at your financial situation, your long-term goals, and really what you're trying to achieve by buying a home and making sure that it makes sense for you. There's a lot of information that you need to gather in this stage while you're thinking about it to make sure that you're ready to purchase your first home, because there's no doubt from a financial picture, it's a great thing to buy your first home, but you want to make sure you're ready so that you don't get in too early and maybe put yourself in a tougher financial position. So to answer this question, you really need to go into the information gathering stage of what it truly looks like from a financial picture to purchase your first home. Question number two is, what are the steps involved in buying a home? Home buying process has quite a few steps to it, from getting pre-approved for your mortgage, finding your agent, looking at homes, negotiating the offer, getting inspections done, getting the appraisal completed, and then finally closing on your home. So it's a longer, drawn-out process. But the most important thing, if you're thinking about buying a home, to understand what those steps are, is getting an agent that you know, like, and trust, somebody that's local and is experienced in the Sioux Falls market, as well as a loan officer, somebody at the bank that can help you understand the loan process and what the fees that are involved, the payments that are involved, and all those things considered. So make sure you start building out your team of professionals that can help guide you through this process. Question number three is, how much home can I afford? This is absolutely one of the most important questions you need to get answers to. And this is something that your loan officer will help you walk through that. They're going to help you understand not only what the purchase price limit you can go up to, but how does that factor into the payments that will be associated with that, and how are those associated with other payments that you might have from student loans, car debt, or anything else above that. So it's trying to fit in how much home can you afford amongst your other expenses on a monthly basis, and really understanding what that picture looks like. So having a good loan officer on your side, they are going to do an amazing job helping you figure out exactly how much home you can afford. Question number four is, what are the closing costs and how much can I expect to pay? Now, this varies with each and every deal. It depends on the purchase price of the home, the loan package that you're going to go with, and there's just different fees that are associated with every home purchase. It's going to be things from loan origination fee, appraisal fee, inspection fees, as well as some title insurance fees and other local county costs as well. So it varies, but your loan officer, again, is going to be a great resource to help you understand the costs associated, not just the purchase price of the home, but what other costs are going to be due on the day of closing and how much money you'll need to close on your home. Question number five is, what type of home should I buy? This is a definite personal preference on what your needs are, what your wants are, and what your long-term goals are with this home. So whether it's a single family home, a condo, a townhome, or something in between, you have to decide what fits into your long-term goals best and into your budget as well. The best way to decide what type of home you should buy is really understanding the local market, understanding the prices and what's available. And that includes just going and looking at more properties. So if you have an agent, helping them show you and educate you on what's available in your market, or maybe if you haven't decided on an agent yet, going to open houses and doing it on your own is a great way to understand what's available and what fits your long-term needs best. Question number six is, how do I make a competitive offer? So when you find the house that you want, you're gonna have to craft a competitive offer, or an offer to to give to the seller of the home that you're looking to purchase. Your agent's gonna be super helpful in helping you craft a good offer, but are you really just looking at terms from purchase price, closing date, is it contingent on inspections, what type of financing, and there's a few other details in between as well, but really trying to understand what's customary and what's expected to be split or paid for by the buyer or seller, and what are some things that maybe depending on the market you could ask the seller to purchase. So understanding the local market is something that your real estate agent will bring to the table when it comes to crafting a competitive offer and help you understand what you can ask the seller to do and maybe what you shouldn't ask the seller to do depending on the current real estate market. Question number 7 is, what should I look for during the home inspection? So first off, a home inspection is not required in order to buy a home, but we do absolutely recommend it in most situations because it just helps you as the buyer understand maybe big repairs that are needed or just a good understanding of the home overall. So the biggest things we're looking for are those big ticket items that are gonna cost you potentially a lot of money your first couple years living in the home. So maybe that is the roof. If that's completely shot, we wanna know about that before you buy the home. Or foundation issues, plumbing, electrical issues, some of those things that can end up being high dollar issues that you wanna make sure are taken care of by the seller before you close on the home and before you're responsible for paying for those things. But really an inspection overall, it's just gonna give you a good diagnosis of the health of the home overall, things to look for and to kind of take care of and maintain as you move in and live in it. But it's definitely to avoid some of those high dollar costs that could put you in a bad financial position. So while it's not required to have a home inspection when you buy a home, we definitely recommend it. Question number 8 is, do I need a real estate agent to purchase a home? And the answer to that is no, you absolutely don't have to have a real estate agent in order to buy a home. However, having a good local agent with expert advice and a lot of experience in our local market can help save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and really help you just navigate this process in a much smoother way. So if you've never bought a home before, I would definitely recommend meeting with at least 1 or 2 real estate agents that you can get connected with, ask them questions, see if you connect well with them, and see if you feel like you could work well together, because having an agent on your side through the home buying process is no doubt gonna save you a lot of stress and frustration throughout the process. And really, it's ultimately about making a good financial decision, and a local real estate agent will help you do just that. Question number 9 is, how long does it take to buy a home? So that can vary, obviously, specifically for your personal timeline, because ultimately when you buy your home matters to you and what you have going on. But on average, it takes about 90 days to get through the home buying process, and that's to connect with an agent, connect with a loan officer, search and look at homes, find the right home, negotiate, and then ultimately it takes about 30 to 45 days from the day you write a contract on the home and get it accepted by the seller to when you actually close on a home. So that 30 to 45 days adds to the 90 days, but the process can really be tailored to your specific needs, and we can work at your pace to ensure that we hit not only your goals of buying a home, but in the timeline that you need. Question number 10 is, what happens after I make an offer on a home? So immediately the offer gets presented to the seller of the home, and then they have a time, usually about 24 hours, to respond to your offer. They can flat out reject your offer, they can counter you, meaning they'll change some of the terms and send it back, or they can accept the offer. That's really what we're going for. But that acceptance means that they say, yes, we'll take your purchase price and all the other terms, and then we have a home that's under contract, and really you're the driver's seat to move forward with the purchase of the home. So we have quite a few hurdles to jump over after we get an offer accepted, and that is getting an inspection done and negotiating those items as well, and getting an appraisal done, a survey, among other things. So that's typically after you get that offer accepted, is that 30 to 45 day window that you have to get some of those things done before you close. But immediately after that, the seller has to respond to your offer, and that's when you know if you're going to get the house or if you have to keep looking and find another one. So there you go, that's it. That's our top 10 home buying FAQs. So if you're thinking about buying a home, hopefully this video was helpful to you and maybe even answered some of your biggest questions that you have. And hopefully this gives you confidence to know what the next steps look like in understanding the home buying process and if it makes sense for you. So again, we're gonna drop more videos like this, so make sure you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you get the next video that release when it comes to living in Sioux Falls and all things real estate.